The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Harris. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
This is Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Mike 52. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On third down, here's Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Don't get nervous. Off. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Taylor. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Jonathan Taylor saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots continue to roll. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Stay with your man.
On the ground, it's Harris. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Now a give right side. It's Harris. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, here's Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wow, and even 200 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving and keep grinding the clock.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Fields. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he'll be out of bounds.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Jonathan Taylor. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Patriots are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Deshaun Hand. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance trying to lay one up deep. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Again, it's Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Pats will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Holding.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
215 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down, another run with Taylor.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. From the 50, here's Fields. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Jonathan Taylor.
37 yards. And the Patriots are pouring it on.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
I know you feel that.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run on first down. It's Harris. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll go down at the 28.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Ready? No. Off.
52 blaster. Ready, go.
On first down, Harris. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. England with a first down as they begin the drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a... The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Tight. 4 down. Check.
Here's Fields. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb, 34 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
All day. 45's the mic. Watch the run.
Play action. It's Fields. Throw caught by Raymond. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. I love that play, because in the snow you think run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. First down. Harris
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The Patriots, as they so often do, moving on to the playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Time for Charles to fire up the snowplow as we say so long from Foxborough.
I'll even hold for your field goal attempt, partner.